The joys of successful entrepreneurship are unmatched, but there's still no denying that it is an upward climb. There are times you may even think you're going crazy. Well, in this presentation, our expert, Mr. Jeffrey Azan, examines the traits that separate you, the entrepreneur, from the crowd. Keep watching.
So you've stepped out on the entrepreneur road and they're telling you you're a little crazier than you think. And I'm here to tell you, as a fellow entrepreneur, you just might be. Entrepreneurship is not a walk for the faint of heart. It does not promise the security. It does not promise the riches and the reward. It doesn't even promise you your own time. Entrepreneurship puts you in a position where you're going to work for the toughest boss you've ever had. And that boss is called yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeffrey Azan, and today I've been invited to speak to you about the mental challenges facing entrepreneurs here in Jamaica and all around the world. Many entrepreneurs start off on this journey for the mere fact that they're tired of working for somebody else, that they have the notion that if I can only work for myself, then I'll be free. Then I'll get my time back, I'll make more money, I will be in charge of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that could not be further from the truth. You see, entrepreneurship means not that you're necessarily running a business, but you're trying to bring something to life. Speaking to an entrepreneur about the mental stresses of entrepreneurship is a lot like speaking to new parents. They are worried about the child's safety. They're worried about the security. Is the child getting enough sleep? Are we doing the right thing? Is the child getting enough food? Are they going to go to the right school? Did I get them into the right school? Are they going to grow up to be decent human beings? Have I done everything I can do to give this child the best opportunity at life? And I'm here to tell you the exact same thing happens for true entrepreneurs. Now, when I say a true entrepreneur, I need to take a second and differentiate. You see, there are really three types of entrepreneurs. There is the first entrepreneur, which is very often regarded as the hustler. This is the individual who saw an opportunity in the market and moved on it. They have found a solution to somebody's problem and they have gotten to market possibly first, possibly better. And they are rinsing and repeating their provision of the solution. I like to say, they do a thing, make a money, eat a food, and repeat. They're basically doing operations, sales, and a little marketing, and repeating that cycle. That's very often what we regard as the hustler. The next is the business owner. The business owner is the individual who was a hustler, but because their business has grown, they've now had to put in systems in place, and they've had to hire people to operate within those systems as well as manage those systems. And what that does, it transitions the majority of the day-to-day work from the entrepreneur, the business owner, to the team, to the systems. They are now the ones providing the solutions. They are now the ones making the sales. They are now the ones doing the marketing. So what do you as the business owner do then? No, you're not out of the woods yet. You're not making tons of money and enjoying lavish life and holidaying in Fiji and the Maldives. What you're actually doing is you're now managing the systems and the people. Because at the end of the day, if those systems don't work and those people don't do what they were supposed to do, the business crumbles. So as the business owner, you've gone from doing the work to now managing the systems and the people. Then comes along the third version of the business owner, the entrepreneur, and that is the visionary. Now, the visionary is an individual who is in business to change something in the world. They see a problem in the world, they see something they want to see transformed in the world, and they've decided to use business to achieve that transformation. They are the Elon Musks of the world who want us to be more sustainable and push the boundaries of engineering and science and turn our cars electric and our houses solar and go to Mars. They are the Richard Bransons of the world who look to see how can I put together systems where 400 plus companies can interconnect and intermingle to provide a plethora of solutions to the world. They are the Bill Gates who decided that every desk must have a PC. They are the Steve Jobs challenging each step of technology. How can we make it more user-friendly, more interactive, more commonplace? They were visionaries who used business to create change. So the first thing you have to do if you're really on this entrepreneurship journey, if you're really on this is my business journey, is you have to get clear on what you are. Are you the hustler? Are you the business owner? Or are you the visionary? Because with each one is going to come a different set of stresses. You see, if you're the hustler, your stresses are focused on getting the solution to the client, making sure you have enough product, making sure people are saying the right, the positive, and the good things about you, about what you do, about the solutions you provide. And I'm telling you, you go to bed with those thoughts. You dream about those thoughts. You worry about those thoughts. Every time your phone rings and you see a client's name, you're wondering, is it going to be a good call or a bad call? Is it a new order or a new problem? And you live in that stress because guess what? You can only do the best you can do. And if somebody wants to find fault with it, they'll find fault with it. The next thing you're going to worry about if you're the business owner is, are my people doing what they're supposed to do? Have I trained them? Have I provided them with the right resources? Have I provided them with the right tools? Are they trying to sabotage me? Are they going to leave me? Is the best and the brightest that I hired for the company, are they going to walk away? Is the machinery working? Does it need to be replaced? Do I have the right systems? Could the systems be better? Do I have the right consultant? And the questions go on and on and on. You're no longer worried about the customer now. You're worried about the business, the systems, and the people. Now, the entrepreneur, the visionary, very often has a very weird balance of not as much stress, but more dreams. They want to push the boundaries. They want to see change. They want to create transformation. It's not that they have any less problems than the business owner or the hustler. They still need to meet the client's desires. They still need to manage the systems. They still need to make sure their people are in the right frame of mind with the right skills, the right tools, and the right culture. But their focus is on the vision. Their focus is on the change. And day in, day out, they spend their time trying to ensure that everybody understands the vision. And this is really where the stress goes a little bit away and the dream gets a little bit magnified. This is where you begin to enjoy doing what you're doing. Because you see, when you're a hustler or a business owner, very often your focus is revenue and profit. A lot of people tell me, business is here to make money. And if I'm not making money, I'm not in business. And to some extent, that's true. Your business needs to make money. But profit, revenue, savings, they're all a component of good business practices. They're not a component of you wanting to sell. They're not a component of you being this finance whiz. They're just the component, they're just the result of good business practices. Now, if you have good business practices in place, then your business should automatically generate a decent revenue and decent profit. So what do you really spend your days doing? And that's why the entrepreneur gets excited more than they get stressed. Why they focus on the vision more than the panic. And that's the first big thing I want to encourage you to do today. Is if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you've started a company, why? What's that vision? What's that change that you want to see in the world? How is the world going to be better because you're here? What the world is going to be better because your business is here? If you can answer that, then you can look towards your business with excitement rather than stress. You can allow the systems to blossom and develop. You can get people on board who are aligned to the vision, who want to take what you've built there more than people who only have skill. Because people who only have skill are always going to look for new opportunity, and thus you're always going to worry about them. But if people are on board for the vision of the company, for the change you want to create, then it's about excitement, it's about dreaming, it is about reveling in the moment of creating that change in the world. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs, the famous ones that we talk about, the ones that go broke and come back, they do it because they're excited about the change. They're not worried about the business. So I want to encourage you, if you're an entrepreneur out there, step one, really step back and analyze, am I in this thing just to make money? Am I in this thing just to generate profits? Or am I actually creating some sort of change in the world? Am I doing something that's going to make me genuinely excited about the world? Now, this is not to say that every and anybody is going to just check that box and see the change and make the change. You have case studies like a Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk loves being an entrepreneur. He's almost, I dare say, not in it to create any grand change in the world. It is just a calling in his life. It's a purpose driven for him. And he's what you'd call an outlier. And there are many of them out there, despite, well, many of them, but small in percentage, that just connect. They just want to do business. They love the hustle of business. It's a personal mission for them. And if that's you, more power to you. But for the vast majority of us who have taken a step into business, I go back to find the vision. Know what it is that you really want to change in the world. Now, if you've made that change and you're going about it and you're pursuing that change, it doesn't mean that you're out of the woods, because your business is your baby. You have to put things in place to ensure that it is getting the best that it can get. Are you giving your business the best nutrition? Are you giving your business the best exercise? Are you ensuring your business goes to the best schools, just like you would if it was your kid? That's something that you need to consider. And when we're talking about food and exercise and schools, what we're really talking about is not skimping on the resources. Yes, the world is in a pandemic. We're not going to negate that. Yes, many of us are facing tightened revenues, smaller budgets, difficult selling challenges. But what I'm saying is that, do you have the best that you can possibly provide in-house right now? Or have you cut corners? Because I'm here to tell you, anybody who cuts corners eventually feels the corners getting cut. Meaning, you're going to feel the business falling apart around you, and you're going to be questioning why. The machinery is going to fail, and it's going to need more service, more downtime. The people are going to grumble because we really never hired anybody who liked what we did. We just hired people because we needed people. And then for you as an entrepreneur, you are going to take those issues to bed. You're going to worry about them. You're going to stress about them. You're going to get old before your time. So after you've gotten crystal clear on what sort of change you want to make in the world, or if you're that entrepreneur who purpose, calling, fulfillment in life is to be an entrepreneur, then the next thing that you need to do is you need to ensure that you have put the best measures in place, that the people you've brought on are aligned to where you want to go. The systems you have in place have been well thought out, they've been carefully calculated, and the tools and resources that you've provided to your team are the best that you can afford. Doesn't need to be the best that money can buy, because sometimes the best money can buy is outside of your reach, but they're the best that you can currently afford. If you're doing that, if you are literally putting your best foot forward, then what you're doing is you're creating opportunity for yourself. You are creating capacity for yourself. You are creating growth for your business. And when you do that, when you create growth for your business, you've done the exact thing every parent wants to do for their child, is create growth. Create the opportunity for your child to become the best man or the best woman that they can be, just like your business should become the best enterprise that it can be. Now, let's say this business is underway. We have our vision, we're crystal clear, we are excited to work on our business. and we put the best things in place. We don't go to bed wondering if our team is going to leave, and we don't go to bed wondering if the machinery is going to break down, and we don't go to bed wondering if the material or the tools we got are good enough. The next thing is the support. You see, as an entrepreneur, carrying the livelihood of 10, 20, hundreds, thousands of individuals as the business grows, you no longer begin to worry about the business. You no longer even begin to worry about the client. You should be worrying about your team, about their livelihood, because they have trusted you. And to get what anybody wants in this world, it's about giving other people what they want. So your team came to you for a livelihood. You are now charged with providing them with said livelihood. They are, by extension, a part of your family. They take care of your baby. They are the ones who will create the potential for your business to have legacy. So once we put everything in place, the vision, the resources, the systems, the culture, next question I ask, are you spending time investing in your people? Are you making them feel safe and secure in their jobs? Are you meeting them where they want to be met? And are you guiding them to where they want to go? They have trusted you. Now, those typically are the three big stresses of an entrepreneur. But entrepreneurship, business, doesn't stop there. We're still human. We still have families and relationships, kids and parents, brothers and sisters, outside obligations, hobbies, groups, societies, and clubs that we're a part of. And we have to manage all of that. So what you need to do after taking care of everything for the business is you need to make some time to take care of yourself. Yeah, it's great to work all the time. It's great to see that baby come to life. It's great to deliver the change that you want to see in the world. But you have to make sure that you are also recharging, that you are taking care of yourself, that you are healing yourself, that you are dieting and sleeping and resting, that you are recharging and refueling yourself, that you are giving yourself the opportunity to grow. And you're only going to do that through, I would say, 4 major things. The first thing is, are you spending any time on your health? And when I say health, I'm talking about your physical, your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual. If you don't spend time on your health and your health begins to fade, I'm here to tell you, as somebody who just recovered from COVID, everything else disappears. You want to ensure that you are taking care of your health. After you're taking care of your health, the second thing you want to focus on is your growth. You want to increase your understanding of your industry, of yourself, of your world, of anything that you have interest in. You want to increase your capacity and your skill set behind whatever it is you do. And you want to increase your awareness, your exposure to the world, so that you can pick up the trends, so that you can see the little nuances, so you can see what's out of place and what's in line. Easier, more fluid, more instinctively. Because having that level of growth sets you up to move easily into the third thing, which is contribute, give back, take care of others. When I do one-on-one coaching sessions and I'm working with people and talking about health and wealth and having a great life, one of the things that always comes up is making more money. And a key thing to understand is that you can't pay you. Meaning, you can't have money in one account and transfer it to another account and say you've paid yourself. It just doesn't work that way. The only way you can get paid, build wealth, have anything you want in this life is if you add value to others. Meaning, you have to serve, you have to give, you have to contribute. You have to contribute to your family, to your community, your partner, your kids. Because as you contribute into their lives, they begin to contribute into your life. You give somebody time and energy, they give you money. You give somebody else money, they give you time and energy. You sow creativity into something, somebody gives you the freedom of time and energy. And the exchange continues forever and ever. So you need health, you need growth, and from growth you can contribute. Now as you contribute, what's going to happen is you're going to end up developing wealth. And what wealth is more health, more growth, more contribution, and of course some money. along the way. As you focus on these 4 areas, you're going to find that life as a whole becomes a lot richer, that things become a lot more beautiful, people become more tolerable. And on the subject of people, you want to be careful who you have around you. Just a quick side note, there is no entrepreneur that is quote unquote self-made. Everybody got help. Whether they got help as a kid before starting the business, whether they got help in the business, whether they had a mentor or even a mentee who pushed them, whether they got that first opportunity from that big client, every entrepreneur, business owner, hustler needs help. They need support. So what you want to ensure is that you're surrounding yourself with the right people, the people who will support your dream and your vision, because they are the ones who are going to influence your health, influence your growth, influence your contribution, and influence your wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, you are on a journey. Whether you are a hustler, a business owner, or a visionary, you're going to face several mental challenges. You're going to face ridiculous levels of stress because you work for the worst boss, yourself. You don't get days off and you can't call in sick. But I'm here to tell you, reach for the vision. Really set it clear. And after that, put the best things that you can in place. Develop your culture, your systems, and your tools. Build up your people and provide them with the security, with the comfort, with the assurance that they are going where they want to go. And I'm here to tell you, if you can do those 3 things, the stress will go down, the dream will get bigger, and that freedom that many of us aimed for when we started being entrepreneurs, that freedom will be a lot closer, because the people you took care of are going to turn around and take care of you. My name is Jeffrey Azan, founder of Select and Start. I hope you have a great day and don't stop leveling up.